Happy fall, cozy friends! I am so excited for this video. We are doing a fun fall vlog. We're gonna spend some cozy time together. And you guys know it wouldn't be a fall vlog if we weren't going to a pumpkin patch. So to start it off, we are actually headed to a pumpkin patch today. I'm so very excited. I think going to the pumpkin patch is probably one of my top fall activities to do every year. We have literally done it every single year that we've been together, and we've been together for 8 years. So this is gonna be our 9th fall season together. It's like a huge tradition, but of course this year is going to be so much more special because it is Miss Ella's first ever fall season, first ever pumpkin patch. So today is literally all about her and just kind of watching her experience all these things for the first time. So the pumpkin patch is first on our to-do list, first on the fall bucket list. There's just something so fun and cozy about going to a pumpkin patch and wandering through a field of pumpkins. I'm also really excited to see how different it is down south compared to up north where we come from. The pumpkins are literally gigantic. So that is first on our little fall bucket list. My goal for this video is to really just make it like the coziest home video ever and something that we can look back on the years to come and just, you know, remember these first little milestones with Ella. Yeah, I'm just so excited and I'm so glad you guys are here. We are first going to do a little baby haul together because I picked up some adorable fall clothes for Ella, and then I'm also going to show you the outfit I'm putting her in today. It is kind of warm out. It's about like 78, I want to say. So I'm still trying to really navigate fashion during the fall time while being in a warmer climate. It's been very interesting, but we're getting there. Before we head out though, I'm going to show you guys some really cute baby things. I have this cutie baby clothes haul to share with you guys. This is mostly for October and November if she's able to fit into it in November, because obviously it's all dependent on how much she grows. As of right now, we do have a few little November things in here as well. The Halloween stuff I am just most excited for. Guys, are you kidding? Like, everything about her makes me so emotional because I'm just like, that's my baby. I got her this cute Winnie the Pooh outfit though. It's my first Halloween and it actually comes with little pants to have a pumpkin on the butt. That's adorable. It's so cute. But what I really love about these is that they're not like tight leggings, which is usually what I find for her. They're like these flowy little pants. This is what I plan on putting her in on Halloween, and it's just so stinking cute. I have so much like Winnie the Pooh stuff for her. It's not even funny. As of right now, this is like her little Halloween outfit, her Halloween jammies. I do have a little pumpkin costume here that we are gonna also put her in on Halloween. It is so stinking cute. I do feel like she's probably gonna be swimming in it because it looks gigantic to me now that I have it in my hands. Even though she's gonna be so young for her first Halloween, I still wanted to get her like her first Halloween costume. I've always talked about how for my baby's first Halloween, I always wanted them to be a pumpkin. So when I saw this at the store, I was like, it's a sign. So I picked it up and it's so cute. Chris's mom also got her this little pumpkin hat that says my first Halloween. And then the pumpkin hat came with little pumpkin socks, which is absolutely adorable. Are you kidding? Baby girl is very prepared for Halloween, to say the least. I picked this up a few weeks ago, mainly because I loved how soft it is, but also it's just so stinking adorable. It says cutest pumpkin on the bottom, and it's this little flowy dress shirt, and it came with these cutie pumpkin pants. I really love how soft this whole outfit is though. I feel like it's gonna be so comfy cozy for her. Like, look how cute. This cutie little dress I literally just picked up last night because I had to do a quick errand run to Target and they started putting out like holiday clothes for babies. I saw this and I immediately thought about Thanksgiving, and I thought this would be adorable as her little Thanksgiving dress. We're actually hosting Thanksgiving this year too, and I am so excited. I feel like her first Halloween and her first Thanksgiving and her first Christmas are already gonna be so special. Truly feeling so blessed for everything right now. But this is her Thanksgiving dress, tentative if she still fits it by then. It is a 3-month size, so she should fit it, but you never know with babies. I think my worry is that that she might be too small for it, but we will see. I picked this one up right before she was born, and I think this is perfect for October and November. I think for today, I'm actually gonna put her in this for the pumpkin patch. This is absolutely adorable. I feel like this could also be a really cute Thanksgiving fit. I'm so excited. I'm definitely gonna put her in this today. And then last but not least, we have this adorable little bear onesie for her. This is mainly for like those colder nights and colder days, because right now she has like 1 or 2 little quilted jackets, but I really like the idea of plopping her in this, especially at nighttime if we go out. The last few nights here have been so cold though, and I was like, I need to get her something to keep her warm. Crazy how cold it was getting. I did not expect that from the south. I thought this was so cute, and I already have seen a few babies around wearing these, so I thought it was just like perfect to get her. I love that the hood has little bear ears. She's gonna look absolutely adorable in this. Those are all the baby things I've recently picked up though. I've been trying to like lean back on it just because she does have so much for 0 to 3, but it's always hard when it gets into like holiday time because there's like holiday specific outfits that you always want to buy for your baby. So that's basically what inspired that little haul. I'm actually gonna go grab her, change her, get ready, pack her bag up, and we are gonna head out to the pumpkin patch. A few videos back, I was actually talking about trying to find the perfect diaper for her because we were trying out a whole bunch of different ones. Babies literally spend every second of every day in them, so it's been really important to me to find the best ones that make us both happy. Which brings us to the sponsor of today's video, Coterie. I've actually talked about them before on my channel, and something that immediately drew me to Coterie was that they use clean ingredients to make their products. Their wipes are 100% plant fiber derived, and their diapers are hyperallergenic, dermatologist tested, and on top of that, cruelty free. That makes me feel so good though, because I know that it's gentle on baby skin. The diapers themselves are also so incredibly soft. I was actually really surprised when I felt them for the first time. They have almost this cashmere feel to them, and I just feel like that's gotta be so comfy, cozy for Ella. When testing out other diapers, it was honestly a no-brainer pretty quickly that Coterie was the way to go. These side tabs here make a really big difference when it comes to adjusting and kind of getting that perfect fit for baby, whereas with other diapers I found that it was really hard to get the perfect fit. Coterie also makes it so easy to stay stocked up on diapers and wipes. They offer online and home delivery on a monthly cadence to their subscribers, which is a total lifesaver. You never have to worry about running out. The clean ingredients and quality you get with Coterie is truly unmatched, and honestly they deserve all the hype that they get. I remember before baby was even here, I always saw people rave about Coterie, and I just like didn't really understand it. And then I tried them out for myself, and I was totally shook with the difference between them and other brands. Use the link in my description box to check out Coterie for yourself, especially if you're on the hunt for the perfect diaper for your baby. I promise you, Coterie is a game changer, and you will not regret it once you have them in your hand. With all that being said though, I'm gonna change Ella, get her ready for the pumpkin patch, and we are gonna head out. Our first family trip to the pumpkin patch. I've been hanging on to this craft idea for a little bit now, and we stopped at Hobby Lobby a few days ago to get all the materials. We're finally gonna sit down and do it. I found this adorable little craft idea on TikTok, and when I saw it, I immediately knew I wanted to do it with Ella. So we stopped at Hobby Lobby and got everything we need. First off, I was so shook when we got the cutting board from Hobby Lobby. It was like $5 or $6. Anywhere else, this would be like $25, $35. I was literally in shock. So we got the cutting board. I got this variety pack of paintbrushes for $4.99, and it has all these different ones, sizes, tips. We also have like these sponge brushes, which I really like. I feel like that might be perfect to actually put the paint on her feet. I just decided to get the variety pack though because it was literally only $5, but also I just know I'm gonna do a whole bunch of other crafts this year with her. We have some pretty fall ribbon to tie a bow around the board. These I don't think I necessarily needed, but I figured it'd be a lot easier to write her name and do little doodles on the board. These were also only $1.99, so I was like, it's really not that expensive, and again, I'll probably use these for all the other crafts that I plan on doing this year. This one is a pretty pastel orange, and then I have a white and black one. We have the little B letter to glue onto the board, and then last but not least, we have a ton of paint. The paint that I got to put on her feet is this washable, non-toxic white paint. It's supposed to be safe for finger painting and stuff like that. And then these ones are just normal little paints that I'm going to be using to paint the board myself. They're by the brand Folk Art, and they're just a bunch of matte paint. We have this really pretty coffee color. This one is called Papaya Whip, and it's like this light pastel orange. It honestly almost matches the marker. We have pure orange, plain black paint. Those are all the little things I picked up from Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna set up the living room table and get her all ready, and we are gonna make our first little holiday craft. I'm so excited. It's the next day, friends. I had to wait overnight for some of the paint to dry on the board, and then this morning I went back in and I just kind of touched up some places. I have to say the hardest part was, of course, actually getting baby girl's feet on to the board. She loves to like curl her toes, so we would get her foot flat on the board, but before we could pull them off the board, she would curl her toes and it would just turn into like this big blob. So it took us a little bit to get her feet kind of semi-perfect, semi-looking like feet on the board, but this is the finished product, and honestly, I am so happy with how it turned out. I'm pretty impressed with myself. I was super nervous about drawing the pumpkins and the bats. I was super nervous about actually writing out our little boo and her name, but honestly, not too bad, if I do say so myself. The only thing I'm a little sad about is how I actually wrote her name. I feel like the letters aren't too even, but other than that, I feel like it turned out really, really cute, and I obviously changed it a little bit compared to the inspo that I showed you guys from the TikTok video. I love her little feet as ghosties, and I just think it's adorable, and I think it's a really fun little holiday craft to do with a baby. Ultimately, I'd really love to get some type of coating to put over the board just to kind of preserve it for a really long time. I do feel like I could see the paint chipping eventually, especially because it's matte. That's just something I'll probably look into in the future. It's so cute. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Honestly, makes me want to do a million more crafts with her. I'm trying to find a cute place to put it in our kitchen right now because it also is just like the cutest little decoration. We did our little holiday craft, and then I also went to the bookstore. You guys saw, we ended up stopping at the bookstore after the pumpkin patch the other day just to kind of wander around. I really wanted to get Ella a few more baby books, and I ended up picking up 3 new books for myself. I really want to try out some cozy fall romances, so that was kind of my inspo for this haul. You know, Barnes, when you walk in, there's usually like themed tables, and I found a fall romance theme table and I just couldn't help myself, so I picked up 3 fall romances. The first one one is People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. It is definitely giving off all the fall vibes. This is the same author of Out on a Limb, which I know a lot of people really, really loved. Prudence has found solace in her introverted life in Bayesville, a charming tourist town in northern Ontario. Despite once dreaming of a life beyond its borders, she now finds contentment in her routines, working at her father's gas station, writing poetry, and caring for her mother. Enter Milo, a wanderer whose beat-up van covered with ill-advised bumper stickers rolls into town just when Prue needs a change. It's all too easy to let go with him, and their unlikely friendship leads to a wild agreement between them. Milo, a man of many adventures and countless stories, is not one to settle down. However, his brother's urgent need for help has brought him to Bayesville, and now his chemistry with the intriguing Prue has given him more reason to stay. As their temporary arrangement blossoms into something deeper, Prue and Milo discover that getting out of their comfort zones is one thing, taking that leap together is something else entirely. Why do I feel like this is gonna be emotional? Next up, I have Fall I Want by Lyra Parrish. This book I picked up for so many different reasons. First of all, the title, Fall I Want. That is so corny. I love it. I couldn't help it. Also, the cover of the book absolutely drew me in. You can tell right from the cover it takes place around a bakery, and then also somewhere very, very pretty because you can see the mountain in the background window, and that also really intrigued me. Her name is also Autumn, and it takes place in Cozy Creek, and I am just such a sucker for really cheesy things like that, so I knew I wanted to read this. The brokenhearted billionaire visits Cozy Creek to escape. I never expected to become his fake girlfriend or fall madly in love, but here we are. My first impression of Zane Alexander isn't great. The second is worse, but when he uses his powers of persuasion to get me to hang out with him, I can't say no. We quickly go from familiar strangers to flirty friends. When my ex returns though, Zane flawlessly pretends to be my boyfriend to protect me. He's so good at it, I almost believe it. I don't know when our relationship moves from pretending to passionate, but I catch feelings. As our exes desperately crawl back into our lives like zombies, I realize there is only one man for me, and Fall I Want is him. See what I mean? It is so cheesy and corny, and I absolutely love it. So this, I can already tell, is going to be an amazing read this fall. Everything changes the moment I see her. Autumn's enchanting gaze makes my heart race, so I push her away to protect myself. Immediately, I regret it. But when I find her standing in my haunted house, I convince her to be my friend. She begrudgingly agrees. As the leaves transform and Cozy Creek's fall festivities come alive, our playful charade blossoms into something more. The lines between real and pretend begin to blur, and I find myself falling under her spell. I should keep my broken heart in check, but instead, I fight for love that feels like magic. This woman is all I've ever needed, and Fall I Want. I can tell this is just gonna be so fun. Honestly, this might be the next book I read. I'm not even kidding. Last but not least, we have Falling Like Leaves by Misty Wilson. This is a Bramble Falls novel and another book that is giving off all the cozy fall vibes. I feel like in the past, I was never someone to get really into seasonal romances or even holiday romances, but this year I am like living for the fall ones. And when I was at Barnes, I was seeing a lot of really cute Christmas ones, so I feel like things might be changing for me. This one looks so cute too. Another coffee shop type of romance, I'm assuming. It also has really pretty sprayed edges. Ellis has a lot of expectations for her senior year, but moving from Manhattan to Bramble Falls, Connecticut is not one of them. Yet in the wake of her parents' separation, that's exactly where her and her mother are headed. Bramble Falls might be charming, but it's also full of distraction. Like local barista Cooper Barnett, Alice's one-time best friend and first kiss, who is not only majorly glowed up, but wants nothing to do with Ellis. Then there's the Falling Leaves Festival, a month-long tourist attraction run by Alice's aunt, celebrating everything autumn. The festival seems nice and all, but Alice doesn't have time to be roped into her aunt's enthusiastic planning. Dragged to each event, she can't stop bumping into Cooper, the one person she's hoping to avoid. But the longer she stays in Bramble Falls, the harder it is to pretend she's not falling for this town and the people in it. As her return to Manhattan gets pushed further and further out, Alice is forced to confront exactly what she wants for her future and what that means for her present. This one reminds me of Gilmore Girls in a way. It's just giving off those vibes, and I feel like I'm definitely gonna fall for it. Pun not intended. I love that it takes place in Connecticut. I love that it revolves around this fall festival. I feel like it's gonna be absolutely adorable. Of course, now though, when we go to the bookstore, we can't leave without books for Miss Ella. So I picked up a couple new ones, and they are all Disney related. Shocker. There were just so many incredible books. Honestly, I could have walked away with like 20 new books for her, but you guys should be proud of me. I didn't do that. The first one I have is Dear Little Princess, My Dreams for You, and this is such an adorable book. It literally goes through all the Disney princesses when they're like babies. Each one has its own specific dream and they are just so cute. Then I picked up this 5-minute Snuggle Stories book, and it's literally a bunch of fun little Disney stories, and they only take 5 minutes to read. These books were really affordable too. They were only $12, which I was super surprised about, but the graphics in them are just so beautiful. I really love this art style, and the stories themselves are just adorable in my opinion. They're all like little lesson stories basically, and you know, friends helping friends, being there for one another. It's just like really cute and wholesome. And then I picked up another 5-minute story, but they are princess specific stories. Again, I just really love this art style. I think these pictures are so beautiful. They're very colorful. I already read the Moana story in this one, and she was pretty impressed with the turtles in that, so I feel like that was a good pick on my part. Those are all the books I picked up from the bookstore though, and I can't imagine how many more I will be picking up for her in the foreseeable future, especially with the holidays coming up, because I have noticed I've been picking up a lot of holiday specific things for her, so I'm sure there will be more baby book hauls in the near future. But that brings us to the end of today's little vlog. We are going to pick it back up in a few days because there are so many things I still want to do this fall. With all that being said though, I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you in the next vlog.